All right. What's up, Facebook? What's up, Instagram? What's up, YouTube? What's up, other YouTube? Something extremely meta for you today. Okay. And sometimes you got to just do the super meta things. In this instance, dropped a new podcast yesterday. And on the podcast, you can see it up there. It's a little bit hard to see because it's got that stupid play button on it. The Artist's Guide to Instagram Live. Okay. So that's what I released yesterday. And it's the Artist's Guide to Instagram Live, even if you hate being on camera. Okay. Even if you hate being on camera, because I am just like you. I hate being on camera. I despise being on camera. I loathe being on camera. I don't want to be on camera ever again. In fact, if it was up to me, you would have no idea what I look like. Okay. I have a face for radio. And yet, Patrick, here you are telling us this whilst being live. Why would you be doing that? Because I'm a performance-based marketer, and going live on the social media platforms absolutely just works. It is extremely, extremely effective. And yes, you are going to have to take my word for it. Why? Because I know none of you have ever done it. Okay. What's up, Joe Wad? None of you have ever done it. None of you have most likely even tried, because video is terrifying. Live broadcast, even more terrifying. Okay. Trying to come up with what you're going to say and what you're going to do and what you're going to show off and all of those things. Okay. I get it. Going on live video is scary. Get over it. You got to get over it. Okay. All of you guys, all day long. What are you looking to get? What are you looking for? People to see your creations. Okay. People to engage with your creations. People to leave you comments, people to send you direct messages, people to say, is that thing for sale? Okay. That is what every single solitary one of you are on social media for. At least that's what you want to be on social media for, right? Most of you are there just doom scrolling like the rest of us, because social media is so addicting. But why Instagram Live, you guys? And then I'm going to do my best, on this portrait modality that we're in for most of you, horizontal modality for the rest, to show how this works in real time. I'm going to walk through it step by step. Okay. Show you all of the steps that it takes to go live on Instagram, in the hopes that you would realize you can do this. You can do this. And not only can you do this, you should do this. Okay. And I'm going to show all of the reasons why you should do this. And if you want follow-up listening, go listen to the Art Marketing Podcast. There's the Artist Guide to Instagram Live, especially for those of you guys that hate being on camera. So I want to talk about this sort of broadly. Okay. It's hard. Nobody likes doing it. It's terrifying. Everybody that has tried it only does it once and then doesn't ever want to do it again. Early on, you totally are going to suck at it and bomb, and it's going to be frustrating. And you're like, why should I be doing this? That's the beautiful thing here. Okay. I can give you a million different reasons why you should be doing it. You guys, it is insanely, insanely effective at letting people know you exist, at humanizing you. Okay. At letting people have an understanding of who you are, aside from some person that creates art and then posts it on Instagram, which is what most of you do all day. You post the art on Instagram and we don't know anything about you. Who are you? What do you sound like? What do you look like on video? What is your personality like? What are you interested in? What are your peccadillos? What do you struggle with, right? The live broadcast, okay, if you can get over, and I'm really finding myself just rehashing the podcast I did on this yesterday, but if you can get over the terror, okay, and the fear of saying like, okay, I'm going to have to do live video, all right, and this is going to be freaky, right? And Ian just gave me the perfect quote. He's like, I can see the benefit, but when you're utterly useless with video and it would take hundreds of takes to get anything decent, it just seems counterintuitive. Ian, that is exactly what everyone wants to see. They want to see someone that is utterly useless with video, because that is what everyone is. Doing this is painful. It sucks. It's terrifying. You're worried you're going to look like an idiot. You're probably going to bomb a couple of times. And I feel like as a result of that, okay, as a result of it being all of those things, that barrier of entry is why it is so damn effective. And is why no one does it. And everyone should be doing it, because it is the ultimate lazy man's marketing technique of all lazy man's marketing technique. Okay. It returns to you the effort that you put into it in spades, the likes of which I cannot even begin to explain to you. But I want to walk you guys through how it all goes, how it all works. And I'm going to have to play around here a little bit, see if I can't get a layout. That's not going to work. I'm going to cycle through these layouts and see if I can get this thing a little bit bigger, get my fat head out of the way. Okay, so this looks better. So let me just walk through, okay, some of the myriads of reasons why you want to be live on Instagram, okay? And this is a little bit meta. So what I have on behind me is an Android phone. The Android phone is signed into an account that is not the Art Storefronts account, right? And the first thing that you'll notice, okay, when you go live on Instagram, reason number one why you would want to do this, okay, is do you notice that shiny, pulsating, purple live sign story that is at the very top of my little story feed up there? The minute that you go live, Instagram gives your live broadcast prime position, okay? Prime position on top of the story highlights, and lets all of your followers know you're live right now, okay? That reason alone is tremendous, okay? It is tremendous. The odds, okay, of you, okay, getting Ian, he's just making me laugh. Ian's like, with all due respect, Patrick, who will watch someone being a complete Muppet and not getting any message across? I love to use Muppet too, by the way. Muppet is such an English word. Okay, but just track with me, and I want to show you all, and you contemplate doing it, Ian, or not doing it. Okay. And by the way, do you notice how I'm interacting with Ian whilst, use another English word, whilst I'm doing the broadcast here? There's no rules, you guys. There's no one way to do it. There's no one most successful way to do it. You can just turn the damn thing on and have fun. Okay. Your personality will come out. You can have a conversation. Yes, you can show off your art. Yes, you can talk about your art. Yes, you could be painting. Yes, you could be a photographer retouching images. Yes, you could be trudging through the snow on the way to a shoot, or freezing your baguettes off as you're waiting for the sun to come up. Like, all of it just works. Okay. And Instagram is so hungry for real you. You have no idea. If you would just start posting real you instead of hiding behind the canvas and instead of hiding behind the lens, you would go for one of these artists to say the algorithm is broken, Instagram's not working, it's a hard platform to market onto. Oh my God, this is like shooting fish in a barrel. Okay. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. So I want to walk through this. Okay. Someone is in line. No, someone has a doctor's appointment right now. Okay. They just signed in. Okay. Put their insurance down, did the whole thing, right? And sat down in the doctor's office. They had probably 10 minutes. Okay. They had probably 10 minutes until they get called in, which means they're going to spend 10 minutes on Instagram. For you, the creator, and yes, again, I'm sorry. My wife is Scottish, by the way, half Scottish, which means my kids are a quarter Scottish. And my kids have their UK passports too, but I digress. Side tangent. The odds, okay, the odds of you, all right, artist, photographer, getting my attention on Instagram for the 15 minutes that I sat down in the doctor's office with a regular post, a feed post, an image post, a video reel, a carousel, a story, is very, very low in comparison to you getting my attention when there is a giant pulsating live button the minute I come onto Instagram. Okay. Do you see this thing? It's impossible to take your eyes off of it. Not only does that happen, not only by you going live is your avatar start pulsing like that on the top of the story tray, but watch what happens. Watch what happens when you're just like in the feed. And so let me just get to the feed and get out of this and see. Hopefully Art Storefronts will show up in this feed so I can show you. Yeah. So the actual avatar too will have this little pink and purple spinning wheel on it. Okay. All of this happens just from you going live. So every single solitary time you press the button, okay, and you start doing this, you start going live on Instagram. Instagram is like, this person is helping keep people on my platform. This is amazing. I'm going to do something for them as well. Okay. So that is reason number one to go live. Reason number one of like 360 reasons. Okay. But I want to demystify just how insanely easy this is. So again, I know this is meta. Just track with me for a second. You are watching me on the Art Storefronts Instagram account, or some of you on Facebook and some of you on YouTube. Okay. The cell phone behind me is the Art Helper account. Okay. So I can be live on the two at the same time. So I am going to press the plus button. Okay. I am going to navigate down here at the bottom to live. This is going to pull up the live. Sorry for that crappy camera view. The thing is like behind my monitor. It's a mess. Okay. When you get into the live, okay, here are the things that you can do when you start a story on Instagram. And by the way, why am I doing this? Because I tried to find a YouTube tutorial and I could not find a single solitary good one that walks through everything that you can do. So I wanted to demystify it for you. Okay. So over on the left-hand side, there's two icons, right? We've got our calendar icon and we've got our title icon. So you can come on here and give your stream a title. How to go live on Instagram. Okay. And I'm going to add that title. Now it has a title before you go live. Okay. You can see how many of your followers are active right now. It might be a little bit hard to see this, but this is at the little bar at the top. It says 911 followers active right now. Okay. You can use this handy little calendar here. Okay. And you can decide to give the thing a title, how to go live on Instagram. Okay. You can set a start time to some future date. Okay. And you can set what the audience is. And what this will do is we'll place a post inside of your feed to let people know that there's a live broadcast coming up and they can subscribe to it. Okay. I said this is the lazy man's greatest marketing technique or tactic ever, because you go through the pain of learning how to do this. And it's like 10 different marketing touch points. It is the most effective way to market on Instagram when it's not even close. You just have to get over the terror and the fear. Okay. Next, I want you guys to see the button above live. Do you see how it says everyone? It says, okay, everyone, close friends, or practice. Okay. You can practice. You guys, you can practice. The minute you get off of this thing, okay, you can come into your Instagram, press this plus button, select practice, and then hit go live. Okay. What this will do is it will go live to thin air. You can see how it's doing 3, 2, 1. It's counting down. I am now live to thin air, and you can practice. You can be a Muppet, as Ian said. Okay. You can totally screw up, right? You can get the heebie-jeebies out. You can calm down. You can relax. You can get rid of your stage fright. And then when you're done, you just do, what is this little down arrow pointing at? It's funny because my little demo phone is Android, and I honestly, I do not know how to get out of this now. Let me see if I can get out. Get out. Get out. Oh, I see. So it's just teaching you how to do it. I've never even done this because I just do it. Okay. So now I'm going to close that out, and now done. Okay. So you can practice and it'll let you download the video afterwards. That's amazing, right? That's an incredible feature. Well, this is really hard to drive with the mouse. Let me see if I can do this with my 2 fingers. Bear with me, folks. This is extremely meta while we're teaching you to live broadcast on Instagram while live broadcasting on Instagram. All right, that's just not going to cooperate. I'm probably going to have to close Instagram and come right back. All right, now I'm going to get back to it. So you guys, right after you see this, can grab that cell phone. No other technology on hand whatsoever, okay? You don't need a tripod. You don't need fancy this. You don't need fancy that. You can come up here and press the plus button. You can go everyone, close friends, or practice, okay? And close friends, they'll let you pick people. So you could potentially pick, you know, your mother, or your significant other or your best friend, and you could practice. You could try it in 2 seconds, or you can just go to everyone, right? Which is what I do. Because the most beautiful thing about Instagram Live is they're just quick hits. They're just quick shots. They're just something that you ship. There's something that you don't overthink and you just do it. You don't need a script. You don't need a plan. You don't need anything. You just press the button and you get going. And what's the beautiful thing about once you press the button and start going, and I'm going to do this actually live. So this will go live on the Art Helper account. People are going to be like, why are you showing me the back of your monitor in your ceiling? The minute you do this, okay, and it's now going to go live in reality. I'm showing this in real time. So we are live, and then this phone on the right-hand side isn't live. You can go live, okay? Start talking. Start doing your thing. Start bobbing, start weaving, seeing what happened. You can see I've got, it doesn't say already how many people are on live. It's kind of funny. And then you can decide, you know what? I'm not exactly sure. And there's the first person that's come in. I'm going to wave to them. They're probably wondering what in the world is going on. Now you can close it out. Do you see that? You saw I closed it and ended it? I can click done. Boom. That thing just got memory hold. No one will ever see that ever again. It's gone. It's deleted from the ether. Maybe you bombed. Maybe you did a terrible job. It's gone. It doesn't matter. Arrivederci, right? I can come right back in again and say that one was crappy. I'm going to go ahead and start again. And you can choose everyone again, hit start, and just go. You guys could be doing this while you paint. You guys could be doing this while you're retouching. You could be doing it walking to a shoot. You could be doing it walking along the seashore. You could be doing it with AirPods. You could be doing it with cords. You could be doing it with anything, okay? Absolutely anything. And Annis Roots is asking, okay, I got it. She's like, shut up, Patrick. So it's only about showing ourselves live. Is it also good with only videos? The beautiful thing is that you can do just about anything, okay? You can do just about anything that you want, right? You can yes, talk about it. You can show your process. You could interview someone else because it allows for you to have guests. So you and someone else can collaborate when you're doing it. You can connect with software, okay? Once you connect with the software, it gives you the ability to do it not on the phone, but to do it with software on your computer. So you can use your webcam and you can potentially use your screen share, which is kind of what I'm doing here, right? I'm like sharing the cell phone screen. So there's like literally like a million bajillion different ways to do it. And they all work and they're all good because no one in your audience is used to seeing you talk, used to seeing you articulate who you are, used to seeing you stumble around because you're uncomfortable on video. I've got to figure out, I probably need to do like a workshop on this, or I probably need to do a webinar on this so that I can walk people through. I am willing on this one to engage in encouragement. I'm willing to engage in bribery. I'm willing to engage in harassment. I'm willing to engage in not really, really loud, but slightly lowered tone yelling to do whatever it takes to encourage you guys to do one of these. Like, just do one. Just do one today, okay? All you have to do, I'm going to walk you through it again. Very, very simple. All you have to do is come into Instagram the minute you get off of this, press the plus button, select everyone, hit the button, and go. And figure it out. If you're like, this is really embarrassing, I'm totally not doing a good job, you just hit this X button, and now it's memory hold. It's done. It's gone. No one will know you ever did it. You do that once, and you're already going to be full of confidence. Okay. And then you're going to think about what you can do the next time and the next time and the next time. And look, you guys, I hate being on video. I have a face for radio. Why do you think I do this week in, week out? Because it's insanely effective. Why do I have your rapt attention in this stream right now? Why did you see this? How did you even find this? The reason that you found it is because Instagram wants us doing this. Okay. Instagram is saying, hey, you want to get a ton of attention on my platform? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, go over here. And no one is doing it because video is terrifying. Okay. And I understand that. I don't like it either. But if you do this, if you invest a little bit time, energy, and effort in this, you will have the measure of it. Okay. And I'm going to come with more and more resources on how to do this. I realize I released the podcast. Is it last night? I think it was last night. And I'll show it for those that need to go watch it. The Artist Guide to Instagram Live, even if you hate being on camera. Okay. This is on YouTube. It is on Spotify. It is on Apple Podcasts. Wherever you get a podcast, just search for the Art Marketing Podcast, the Artist Guide to Instagram Live. Go listen to this. Okay. Go listen to this. I clearly articulate in this thing why it's so insanely effective. Every single solitary one of you, okay? If your goal was to get your art in front of as many eyeballs as possible between now and the end of the week, I would tell you to go and do this. You stand the greatest chance with this, okay? And I'm going to make a video where I'm not narrating and freestyling like I am right now. That's going to walk you through every single solitary step to do this. And I will put it up on YouTube, and I'm going to put it in the podcast show notes that are here so that you can see all of the tradecraft and all the tactical things that you can do and how amazing it looks. I realize that's absolutely necessary. I got to get my little recording thing. But in the meantime, go listen to the podcast episode and do a live today. I literally want every single solitary person to leave this stream, okay? And I'm going to show you the whole thing from start to finish. Come on to Instagram. Press the plus button. Hit the go live button. 3, 2, 1. Start talking for a second. Hey guys, just testing out this Instagram live. Wait till the first person gets on your stream and call them out by name, by their handle, right? And I'm going to wait until somebody on the right-hand side, on our phone view here gets on so I can show you what that looks like. Hey, Mario, what's up, dude? Just testing out some live capabilities. Then I want you to end it. Okay? Done. Memory hold, gone. No one will ever see that ever again. And yet I just got my first live in the books. That was really easy. I could totally do that. You're going to feel more confident. Okay? That was your practice swing. You can take as many practice swings as you want. Just ship one today. I have been doing this pretty much religiously since Instagram first allowed it, however many years ago that was. And in that entire time, I've seen almost no other artists, no other photographers do it consistently. Bua, who I really like as an artist, talented dude, he was doing it for a while. I think he's trailed off. Everyone quits because they're terrified of being on video, because they're like, I don't know what to say, because like Ian, who was on here earlier, said, I don't want to sound like a Muppet. You know, you got to get past it. If you can get past it, it is one of the most effective marketing channels that exists. So go listen to the podcast episode. I will do my best to assuage any anguish, any fear, any doubts that you have about whether or not you can do this. You can 100% do this. And if you get good at this, you are going to be so much more effective on the number one most important platform for artists and photographers, which is Instagram. It just is. It's a giant visual search engine. And as we know, everybody in the world that we're trying to sell art to is walking around with one of these glued to their face 24 hours a day. I want, while they're walking around with this glued to their face 24 hours a day, your art, your photography, your personality being on the front of it. Instagram Live is the way to do it, guys. Go listen to the podcast. Before you do that, go live the minute that this is over. Ready, set, go.